Animalisticers. I want to talk to you now about speed, quickness. In part because some joker made the comment to me that he's so fast that I would never be able to get close to him because of my size. All right, listen, because of my size. Now, do I look 6'8", 350 pounds? How about somewhere in between 5'9" and 5'10", depending on how much I choose to stretch and elongate my fascia and tendons and open up my joints, and about 195 pounds currently, maybe a little less than that. That's not that big in today's world. But let's take this commentary at its face value and let's look at nature. Imagine the jackrabbit out in Alaska saying to the grizzly bear, "You can't catch me because of your size. I'm too quick. I can turn on the dime. I can move all over the place." And the grizzly bear looks at the jackrabbit and says, "Uh-huh. Watch this." The grizzly bear not only can run incredibly fast, but it can also turn on the dime. Unbelievable. Now, let's take the tiger, whichever one you want. The Siberian tiger is 500 pounds, can run through snowdrifts at 50 miles an hour. Now there's Bambi out there in the Siberian forest saying, "Mr. Tiger, you can't catch me because of your size." It's ridiculous, but this is the sort of crap that you see in the martial arts world and in the fighting world. Somebody thinks that because he's a hummingbird, see, I'm a hummingbird, and here's these flowers in front of me, and I can do that. But so what? So what? You've got a range of about this much, whereas the tiger can start back here, being a nice little relaxed crouch, appearing to be thinking about yesterday, and then all of a sudden, boom, from out of nowhere, that tiger is on top of your ass. And the same goes for Mr. Grizzly. Oh, those salmon swimming upstream, they're too quick for the grizzly bear. And the grizzly, because look, they swim in a school, they can jump, they can swim upstream, they can wiggle all over the place, they're slippery as hell, and the grizzly comes down, takes a look at his reflection in the water, gets it with his mouth alone, doesn't even have to use his hand. But the grizzly bear is not quick and is not fast, because why? Because he's too bulky. He's too big. This is ridiculous. There are NFL players around 300 pounds that'll run your ass down, even if you weigh 150, even if you're vegetarian. They will run you into the ground, baby. So, where do people come up with this stuff? Where do they get this thinking? Perhaps it's because they watch me doing Tai Chi. And oh my God, I'm moving so slowly. I must be moving so slowly because I'm so big. Or am I moving slowly because I'm in control of what I'm doing at a higher level than most? Possibly because I am able to move slowly as well as super slowly, I have more control over my nervous system than the average bear. But I use that word facetiously because there's no way a human being has greater control over his nervous system / survival system than an animal. An animal is never disconnected. So my job as Zen master of the internet, El Furecat, is to constantly work on being the cat. To constantly work on being animalistic in origin. Not in a Darwinian evolutionary sense. No. Animalistic in origin in this context. Connected internally the way an animal is. So when an animal moves, it has the capacity and the capability to move the whole body at one time. Wham! Everything fires. But it also has the ability to segment. Oh, you want my hand? Go ahead and take my wrist. And the rest of the body is as limp as a rag doll. And then all of a sudden, from out of nowhere, you took the bait. You took the bait and bam! You get hit. Or the animal escapes. It's so amazing to study the critters. And here's the reality. When an animal hits you, an animal doesn't hit you with its muscles or its fat. When an animal hits you, you're going to feel his bones or its bones. You're going to feel it. Wham! Oh! It's not the muscle. So this is the dichotomy. This is the quandary. This is the problem. In today's world, we have all these athletes and martial artists doing various and sundry exercises to get bigger, faster, and stronger. I'm in accord with that. I think it's a good idea. But when push comes to shove, baby, I'll bet on the guy who isn't using his muscular force to get the job done. I'll bet on the baseball player with the sweet swing, not the one with the muscle swing. I'll bet on the golfer with the relaxed and powerful swing. I'll bet on the boxer who's just almost seems to have bad posture. Shoulders are a little forward, chest is a little bit sunk. And all of a sudden you're getting tagged. Wait a minute here. See, when the cat is crouched down looking at you, it's not necessarily look as though it's a powerful posture, does it? everything goes. The whole body is connected. That's the beauty. Studying movement. And one of the things I love to do is walk or step. When I was in China, every year I'm there for a good period of time, but this woman in her 70s, who's about this tall, took me aside and she says, "You want to know the secret of Tai Chi nobody's telling you?" She says, "You gotta practice cat stepping. You gotta step the way a cat does. And you spend more time doing this than you do Tai Chi." Let me see. We got together the next morning, 7 a.m., and we stood. And we did it even slower than this. And then we do it backward. Same idea. And then we do it sideward. Cloud hand. And we come back the other way. And then we'd add the arms. And she's talked to me and she said that she'd done it for 3 hours straight one day. Lost complete track of time. How can you lose track of time when you're walking? Because when you do it slowly, it puts you into a trance. Puts you into a trance. A positive trance. Almost as though you have highway hypnosis and you forget about how many miles you've traveled. So stepping and walking is fundamental to the human experience. When a child reaches the stage when he or she can walk, the child gets applause from the parents. And no parent with a sound mind ever tells the child he cannot walk. Never. Always encouragement. As people get up in age and get into their 90s, for example, my father is on the road to 96. People, one of the first questions, can he still walk? Can he still walk? Walking, my friends. Walking. Boom. Stepping. Why-ya. Balancing. Balancing. Stepping. Walking. Wow. Why I love studying the martial arts. It's why I in particularly love the internal martial arts. All martial arts are internal as well as external, including wrestling, including boxing. But those that are classified as internal oftentimes give you more clue as to high level function of the human body. High level function. See, do I make a fist tight? Do I make it as though it's a stone? Do I flex my muscle to hit? Or is my hand maybe not even flexed at all? And all the muscles are nice and relaxed. been hit by someone who doesn't even clench the fist, you'll know, you'll have a glimpse of fraction, perhaps, of what it would feel, how it would feel to get hit by a grizzly. And it's still not even gonna be close. But you get the idea. You hit them with the bones. So when I saw David Weck's recent videos, the Weck method, and he's talking about the bones. It's in the bones, I'm saying. This is music to my ears. I was in China having lunch with the master, the Tai Chi master. And I'm speaking with him and exchanging ideas. No, he doesn't want to hear my ideas. I'm gathering ideas. But I said, you know, I was listening to somebody teaching punching, and he was saying that you punch with your pecs and your front delts, triceps, and all these muscles. And I went along with it, but I don't agree. I don't think it's accurate. And the Tai Chi master says, when you hit with no muscle. No muscle. And that, my friends, is where I will end tonight's video. No muscle. Doesn't mean don't build it. Doesn't mean work on getting bigger, faster, stronger. But the art and the science comes when you know how to hit with nothing. You give them the cone force, the empty force. I believe there are levels beyond that as well, but that'll be another video in another millennium. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you pass this along to your friends. Don't give it to your enemies. Hit the like button, subscribe, and encourage other people to subscribe. We're almost at 2,000 people. It's sort of a joke, but I've never really worked at social media before. And now I'm putting on a little more time. And with your help, we're going to grow this baby. Have a great night, and remember the mantra. It's not that big people are fast. The mantra is every day, kick it.